Hello everybody, Gray here.
And Aiden.
And welcome back to another video where today we are going to be reviewing, well, as you saw in the title, the Lego Dino Attack Iron Predator. Now, I'm just going to open this up. So, the Dino Attack Iron Predator, set 7476, first released in 2005, was also only sold in 2005. It had 278 pieces and 3 minifigures. This set currently values around $120, $115 brand new, and used it's around 70 or 80 bucks. That's where you'll find it most of the time. Let's jump right into the speed build and then review. Okay guys, so this is the finished set. Just, right here for your convenience, as shown. So, yeah, this thing is actually a little bigger than I anticipated. TRex, still large. The vehicle, even larger. So, yeah, it uses a lot of big pieces and things that I've never seen before in Lego. Like, first off, these tire treads right here. I mean, not the treads, but the thing that they use. I mean, I might have seen those before, but if I haven't seen those, then I certainly haven't seen these right in here. It's this weird piece. It almost looks like it should be a bucket or something, but yeah, kind of strange and very abnormal. I don't know how many sets those have actually been used in, so that's very, very interesting. Also, a few things that I noticed when putting the set together is when you're putting on the treads, this top wheel has a tendency to fall out if you're putting a lot of pressure on it. Also, I guess maybe it's just because of how old this thing is and the person who took care of it before, but this particular little missile piece that we'll get into in a bit has a hard time kind of staying in place, but we'll get there when we get there. Finally, I don't know what the seller said, that there was a barcode on one of these pieces, further linking, oh my goodness, further lengthening the mystery of these sets having random barcodes on it, but I was unable to find where that random barcode was. So without further ado, let's get on to the minifigures. This set contains only 3 minifigures. The first one being Specs, with his very militaristic looking army helicopter pilot kind of look. He is the one who, not pilots, but operates the main cannon. So you can see he has a nice little bandolier and a little Dino Attack little pin there. And on the back, because this is like 2005, you have no back printing. Next minifigure up, we have Viper. Viper is mainly the weapons guy. I mean, you can see he has a pretty cool scar under one eye, just taking off that helmet. None of these figures have alternate expressions. Fun to note. But yeah, he has a cool scar under one of his eyes. You can see a little better than my last video. And thank goodness none of these minifigures have, like, printing missing, unlike the last time I reviewed it. So that's always nice. And these binoculars are semi-reflective. So, again, large binoculars, little utility belt, and the Dino Attack symbol. Finally, the only minifigure to actually have an accessory on their person is Digger. Digger has, the standard issue helmet like all the rest of them. He has a walkie-talkie, so the only guy with an accessory. He has a smaller little pouch of whatever toxin is in these. And also has a Dino Attack pin there. Oh yeah, also, it might look like a scar at first, but taking off the helmet, it's just a bandana. So I can respect that. So this set includes one ginormous mutant T-Rex. We're here for a size comparison. We can take my sig fig right here and just see just how large it really is. This features about it comes in about 6 parts, has a cool glowing feature where if you press a little button at the top of the head, its eyes are supposed to glow. The batteries in this one are worn out. Next up, all the tan bits on this dinosaur, for the most part, are actually rubber. So the top fins on this dinosaur, the claws on the toe, and the spur on the back of the foot, and even the tip of the tail are all rubber. Now the one exception to this color palette feature is the teeth, where they are just painted tan and not molded rubber.
That guy needs a dentist.
Indeed. And next, also, the mouth opens just wide enough for you to be able to fit your brother's finger or a human figure inside there. Not completely, but mostly, so. Yeah, it's a little hard to capture on camera with the lighting because of its dark color scheme, but luckily the tan pops pretty well with the rest of it. It uses the same arms as the mutant pterodactyl's legs, and also the mutant raptor's arms. So just interesting kind of factoid there. That out of the way, we can get on to the rest of the set. Okay guys, so the actual meat and potatoes of the set is the Iron Predator itself. And it's kind of ironic seeing as, you know, the T-Rex you'd think would be, you know, the main predator, but no, there's a predator beyond the predator. So, yeah, this thing, much larger than I first anticipated. You know, it's just like tip to tail, it's already, you know, about as long as the creature, and it has more bulk and mass. So coming up along the front, we just have a little bit of sticker and detail for the lights and vent. This vehicle features 4 very large tread pieces that it uses to really just fulfill that kind of tank and off-road environment kind of feel. Features the classic tan and red color scheme. It features several stickers around the area just to make it feel more lived in and loved. Coming on the inside here, you can see that Digger is at the driver's seat. Viper is manning a cool turret that can kind of move up and down just a little bit. So just not too much degree of motion, but for dinosaurs this big, I mean, even the Raptor, which is significantly smaller than the T-Rex, can't get in too much lower. May just start to face issue when it comes to, you know, these mutant lizards, which are probably just, well, who knows. Next up, you know, back here, if you take away that gas can, you can more easily kind of see the printing back here. We have one little radar dish and 2 bios for the mutant T-Rex and the mutant lizards, which is pretty interesting, and some other little buttons. But one of those dials, probably one of them, gets covered up by that weird air tank, so not completely sure what it's supposed to be, but I suppose it works. Coming around to the side of the vehicle, this other side, you have a flip down ladder so that the characters can get up. And it just flips right back up into place, actually at a slant. So it really just kind of fits into the aesthetic of the vehicle, or you can just have it straight up, whichever you prefer. And then finally, we have the main thing, which is the gun. Now this gun, although it is just a little empty feeling, and also the sticker right here doesn't actually appear in the instructions, but it's included in the manual for the specific purpose, I do believe, because these pieces are only used in 4 times throughout the set, and one's here, one's on the other side, and then 2 right up here. So, you know, it's common sense, I suppose. Anyways, we have specs kind of operating the gun there, and the gun has, well, it can go as low as the windshield really allows it to. It can go up swivel 360 degrees, and even has a cool feature where, because it uses a Technic missile piece, you just pull, because of the axles connected to the top there, you can actually just pull this back to fire the missile. So no, it's actually relatively difficult to put this missile back in once it's been fired. Or it's not relatively difficult, but if it's your first time owning this set, you may, notice that it's a little difficult to keep the missile back in, put the missile back in, because if you just do it normally, it likes to just pop out. So you have to make sure that you stick it in like this. I noticed that this wasn't an issue just with my set. It seems to be reoccurring from what I found. So friends, that is my full review of the LEGO Dino-Tech Iron Predator vs. T-Rex. If you would like to see more of this kind of content, please feel free to drop a like. And if you also want to support the channel and also have relatively comfy wear, feel free to please check out our merch, linked in the description below. I have one shirt here. It's made with pretty high quality fabric, and the printing on this is actually pretty nice. I can just scrape that and it's not coming off, so yeah, it's pretty nice. A really soft, enjoyable fabric. But thank you all so much for watching. Remember to please have yourself a good day, mate.